This is Tracey from GiftBasketAppeal, and today I'm going to be using my Dollar Tree Cupcake Stamp, and I'm going to be coloring it in with some of my markers. And I think I'm going to also put them on a gift tag. So let's get started. As you can see, I've already started playing around with my cupcake stamp from Dollar Tree, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And so we're just going to go ahead and stamp this out and see what we get. I think cupcakes make you happy. I know they make me happy. And since it's March and it's the month of my birthday, I thought that it would be nice to do some of the things that I love. And that one I didn't stamp out very good, but there's a way to go in and correct that, because I like to save all of my images. Okay, that one's better. And I am really loving these Dollar Tree stamps. That butterfly stamp is really a favorite. It's really popular. Now this one didn't come out too good. I'm just going to go in with my my Tombow marker and just kind of color it in, just to make that a little bit more darker. Because I could stamp this over, but I don't want to waste it. It could be savored. You know me, I don't like to throw stuff out, but I can doctor this up a little bit. Yep, I'm getting ready to celebrate another birthday. And I see that truly, truly as a blessing. Okay, so the Tombow markers I'm still getting used to, learning how to shade. And I stamped this out with Memento ink. And they come in a lot of really vibrant colors. There's a bunch of them, and I have been wanting to get these. I've been reading the reviews on them. And so one of my crafty friends, Cajun Sunshine Crafts, actually bought me 2 sets for Christmas, and these Tombows come in a set of 10 in each pack, and they also come with a blender in each pack. So each pack that you get, there'll be a blender in there too, a colorless blender. And then I like those so much that I went and got the bright palette. So these two are, let me just make sure I show you. This is the primary palette, and this is the secondary palette. So I just threw them all in one thing, and just like one container. And I just said, you know what, I'm just going to start coloring and learning some things. I watched a couple of videos, but I still have to kind of get used to doing it by just by doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and start coloring. Let's see, this green marker here, I'm going to use a couple of shades of green and maybe a purple one also. Let's see. So yep, I'm getting used to using these and I'm enjoying it. Sometimes you just got to enjoy it. Don't strive for absolute perfection. I like this light green here. I think it looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and start coloring it in. And these are also good for shading also. So you can kind of shade them in and make them really dark. But most of all, you want to have fun. So I figure I could only watch but so many videos, and then I just have to do it and learn by doing. At least that's how I learn. So I like the fact that they have this brush tip, and then they have this really fine tip also on it. So I like that as well. And I can just actually put that on just like that. I'm just kind of applying my color here. This is one of the easiest crafts you can do because you just take an image and you start coloring. And this paper is actually some cardstock I'm coloring on. This white paper. And I can add my cupcakes to a birthday card. I'm going to do gift tags just because, but I think cupcakes are a good sign of celebration. So I have lots of reasons to celebrate. Look how pretty that color is, nice and bright. And so all I'm doing here now is I'm just going around the edges and just making it a little bit darker. I know a couple of you had asked me if I would ever do like a little show you how I color. And I don't think my coloring is anything fancy. I'm just kind of following the grooves on here. You see how that is? To me, it makes it stand out more. It makes it pop, almost like it wants to come off the paper. So I'm just following those ridges. This stamp is perfect. The illustration on this is wonderful. And I tried to go back to Dollar Tree and pick up a few more of these. No luck. So hopefully if you get out to your Dollar Tree, you can find this stamp. I think it's a great stamp. A great image. You can do so much with it too. So yeah, so you see what I'm doing? I'm just kind of going in here right around the edge just to give it a little bit more, make it pop a little bit. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Let's see if we can find something else to go in on here with. Let's see if I try this one. Yeah, this one is good. This one is just a little bit darker in color, and I'm just going on the very, very outside. So the nice thing is with that other lighter green, I was able to kind of make it a little bit more darker by layering it, layering the color. And then I'm going in with this darker green here. And just kind of outlining it. Anywhere there's like a groove or a fold on your cupcake icing, to me that looks like it could be some kind of shadow. So, and if I go over it again, it becomes even darker. So that's all I'm doing. Nothing fancy. But I like the way it looks. Okay. And I think I'm going to do something with these, the black dots on there. Make it look a little bit different on there. So, yeah, so the more you keep going over it, the darker it becomes. So, and then you have that colorless blender. Let me show you what that looks like. This right here with the little tip. All I did, I started to, see it's clear, so I just kind of drag this out a little bit just to blend it in even more so that it wasn't, so it didn't look like it was so many lines, a definite line around it. And you see that's just shading it in a little bit more. So I'm hoping to improve as I watch more videos, but I don't want to watch a whole bunch and then start. Never know when to start. So you're seeing me start. I'll make all of the mistakes for you. And hopefully you'll learn a few things from me. So I'm going to just kind of drag it on the paper just to make sure that green color doesn't come off on it. And it clears itself out, which is nice. All right, so let's see what else we want to have on there. Maybe some purple. This is kind of a light purple lavender color. And these do have numbers on them, so you can look up, there's like a Tombow chart with all of the numbers and what color it actually is on the chart. So you can use that chart also. And so you notice that, look how it goes on light. But if I keep it up, it just gets darker. Just keep going over it. So I do want that to be really dark. And I love coloring because it's peaceful. Okay, so I went in with that purple. And so now if you want, you can do something with this little cupcake cup or liner. And now I'm just going to go in with my gel pen. You know I love my white gel pen. And this is the, I've gotten so many questions about this. So this is the Uniball Signo Broad Gel Pen in white. And I've used other gel pens, but for some reason this right here, I just like the fact that it goes on so smooth. So look how fun that looks, the cupcakes. And the little, just putting this little, just those few little dots on there with my gel pen lightens it up a bit. So it looks real fun. Okay, let's see what other, I think the pink, let me try the pink and maybe this purple, and then I'll keep the green here, see how that looks. So I'm just having fun. I know that everyone has their different techniques. I like to have fun. I like to learn the techniques to a certain extent, but I do like to come up with my own ideas as well. So if I was to color in a cupcake, this is what I would want it to look like. Stress-free. If I mess up, that's okay. I think making a mistake is an opportunity to create something new and original, right? Yep. So this is it's almost like meditating. And I do have several coloring books. I just haven't had a chance to really take the time and color in those, but I think coloring in coloring books would be nice too. And you could use whatever you have. If you have colored pencils and you don't have markers, then use those. If you have the plain Crayola markers, go for it. Okay, let's make sure I am not coming out of the frame here, because I'll get to coloring and forget that I have the camera on because it's so calming. Okay, so look how that looks. And let's see how we can go in a little bit deeper with this, because this is already a really vibrant color. Okay, so I think a darker color would work. Let's see. Let's see something like this. To me, this is kind of to me, these look like they would work together. So I'm just going with what looks good to me. And so I'm just going to go out here just a little bit. And let's see if I got this. I'm just outlining it just a little bit. And just those little enhancements work. And if you want to stamp your image out in another color other than black, you can do that too. Try it and see how it works. I'm really loving this. So I'm just following the outer edges here. That's all I'm doing. Nothing too fancy. So happy birthday to all of you that have a March birthday like me. And I hope you take the time to celebrate. Because every year, every day, every week, every month is truly a blessing. Okay, so I got that. Let me just go in and clean this up just a little bit. I'm loving that. And let's match it up a little bit. I used the green for the icing. I'm going to use the green down here. And it just looks fun. Because you all know I don't match colors very much. I just kind of do it. Matching is okay, but sometimes it's just not as fun. I want to see how it turns out if I mix this with this. Okay, let's go in with more dots here. I'm just doing the 3 dots. And I'm going to be fussy cutting these, so I don't really mind that little line there. But look how adorable. Let's see now. I noticed that when I was using this, because this dries so quickly, it's a little bit harder to blend out. It's still doing something. I don't know if you can see it, but it is still doing something. So I'm just trying to drag this a little bit. It's doing a little something, but not too much. And that's good. Okay, make sure I clear that out. Okay, and this last one, let's see. I hope y'all are still there with me. I'm just coloring. Hopefully this is calming to you. I know it is to me. And I'm just gonna see what happens when I do this yellow and orange cupcake. Yellow icing. And my dog just came into the room, so I don't know if you could hear him, but he's kind of shuffling around. So he is over here right now. And he's over there in the corner just scratching away. He's trying to look for a little comfy spot. Sometimes he's right under the desk or he's over in the corner. Okay, so that just, now this would be fine just like this, but I think with the orange it's going to look even better. I just feel like the orange would just make it, just give it just that little extra that it needs. So I hope you try this technique and I hope it's helpful to you. These look so adorable on some gift tags, don't you think? I'm thinking so. Sometimes you don't have to have it all figured out. Just go ahead and do it. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it'll let me do that blending. Yep, I don't know if you can see it, but it's doing it a little bit, but that's okay if it's not too much. Oh yeah, I see it now. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's almost like it just kind of makes the line not as harsh. It blends it basically, yeah. And I will put the links for the Tombow markers. And I am loving that. These are so cute because they're going to be really cute on a tag popped out. So I think I'm just going to take the pink, the same pink color, and I'm just going to make this bottom pink. I'm not going to really, I don't have to match. I could do it in orange at the bottom, but I don't want to match. I don't want to, I just want to do whatever I want, right? And look how adorable. I really like these little dots. I think the butterflies, I like coloring flowers and I guess now cupcakes. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this out. And I want to show you what I'm going to do with this. I'm using my Cutter Bee scissors. I love these scissors. And to me, there's not much fussy cutting with these. I think that the cupcakes are a nice outline where it's not too many little ridges that you have to cut out. But I love these scissors because they're super sharp and they can get into some of those little grooves. And I'm thinking those little dots on here need to be enhanced. Yeah. Those little dots, we can't leave it. We got to add something on there to make them look cute. Okay, look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of these out in a moment, but I want to show you what I'm gonna do with this. So I'm going to use this Nuvo glitter drops, and it's pink, and it's got this pretty glitter in it. And this one is called this one, I don't even know what this is called. Sherbert Shimmer. Anyway, I'll put it in the description box below because my eyes are not very good, okay? You see how long it took me to read that, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put these here. Like reading that label is like reading the medication bottle. Like, oh my goodness, when you start pulling it away from you. Yes, I'll just put it in the description box below if you're interested in knowing what color this is. Okay. And so I've got to let this dry just for a moment, but while this is drying, I'm going to go ahead and cut out those others. But look how adorable this is. Absolutely cute. Wouldn't that look fun on a tag? All right, so we're going to let that dry, and I'll come back when I finish cutting these out. Okay, so it's all cut out, and look how vibrant those look. Absolutely adorable. And I'm going to make some gift tags using, of course, some cereal boxes. This was like some packaging for like some chocolates, something like that. And I'm going to use some of this this Dollar Tree paper pad. I'm going to use that. Let's see what colors I want to use. I was looking through this and I saw some colors. I think this looks pretty nice. That looks pretty fun. Yep, I'll use that. And I think this one looked pretty nice to me too. Just pull that one out. See what happens. Let's see. Got some pretty nice papers in here. Oh, this one with the flowers. I like this. I am loving this one with flowers on it. So, see, I'm not thinking about it too much. I'm just kind of doing it. All right, so I usually cover these using my paper. This one I probably only need to cover on the one side. I don't really need to cover it on that white side. This one, I'm going to cover it on both sides. So this is all I do. Nothing fancy. So for those of you that are tuning in for the first time, you may not have seen me do this before, but I like to use cereal boxes and packaging I just like to use things that I have around the house that I could make look better, so that's what I'm doing with this. So let's see. Just going to cut this right out. And this paper is beautiful. I'm so glad that I found these at Dollar Tree. So you can keep your craft budget low. Look how pretty that looks already. Yep. So let's do that other side. And you could do a bunch of these. Color it, make a whole bunch of gift tags. Gift tags I like making because it's that instant gratification. You could make a bunch of these in an afternoon, on a rainy day, or what have you. I'll be adding this paper to my stash. I don't like to throw anything away. I try to use as much of my scraps as I can. And you know, once you do a project, you're just adding to your scraps. Okay. Yep, that's going to go to the paper pile. And so look at that. So adorable. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and cover these two using these papers right here. And I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so let's go ahead and decorate these. And I actually ended up covering both sides of this one because I actually put the tape on the wrong side, but that's okay. Always a way to fix it. So I'm just going to punch a hole in the top before we start decorating it. All right, and let's see how we want this. See, and I can switch stuff around if I feel like it needs to be. And now to me, these need outlines, which that's okay because I love doing outlines around the tag because this has such a definite line around it. To me, it just looks like it needs to have an outline. But if you don't want an outline, you don't have to do it. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to just put some heavy stitching on this one. And I'm just using my black Sharpie. Nothing fancy there. And many of you know one of my favorite things, it's stitching. On my cards too. And the nice thing is that you can add tags to your cards as well. I've seen cards made with tags, and I haven't tried one yet. I would like to though. Add a gift tag to your card. So see, that to me that looks better now that it's outlined. And sometimes you can just do a straight outline around it. Just take your time. Sometimes I tend to rush a little bit. You could also distress it around the edges. So all these little ideas, all these things you can do. So fun. Let's see. I'm just doing this slowly. I want that line to be a little bit more heavier. And there's no one that's going to say to you that you can't do it, because guess what? You can make your lines heavy, thin, because you're in your own craft room doing your own thing. Sometimes you just make up as you go. But always, always enjoy the process. As my brother-in-law, the Quilting Marine, says, it's only, what does he say? It's only fabric and it's only scissors. Well, for me, it's only paper and it's only scissors, right? Or it's only paper and it's only ink. Look how cute that looks, just with that line on it. And let's see how this one is. You notice I'm not matching up. I'm just kind of doing stuff without having to be so color coordinated. You get real detailed with these too. I like doing these little scalloped edges, if that's what they're called. I don't even know what they're called sometimes. I think that's what they're called. I just know that they look good. And at least to me, they look good. And whoever you give them to, they're going to love it. Because you took time to make it. And it's not perfect. Okay, I am really liking this. We're almost there. Okay, and there it is. Just that little bit. And let's see if I can find my white gel pen here and put my little dots in here. And you know what this is called? It's called having fun. So I'm creating my own border. And the white gel pen, you just don't want to touch it right away because you want to let that dry a little bit. Cinnamon, I hear you under the table there. I hear those ears flapping. So I'm just put that one aside for a little bit. But look how cute that looks. Okay, so let's get these mounted on here. My dog is a busybody tonight. Kind of wanted to have that kind of 3D-ish effect. I'm just going to pop these on there. And these are these little mounting. This mounting tape is from Dollar Tree. And I always try to find some if I go there. But sometimes they're out, so. But this is one of the staple things I like to have all the time. Having these little mounting squares. Let's see, I'll put that one there. I want to kind of angle it a little bit on there. Makes it look like it wants to pop off the page. So cute. Yeah, and you can mix your colors, whatever looks good to you. Because I think that cupcake would look good. That pink on the top would look good on this one too. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pop these on, and then I will come back and show you what we've got so far. Because we still have to add in our twine, and I'll put a little sentiment on there too. And we'll be back in a moment. And here we go, we're moving right along. And look how cute those look. I just put this straight on there, and the other one is at an angle. So adorable. Wouldn't that look cute on a gift? Okay, so let's go ahead and I've got the Just For You sentiment. And what I do a lot of times, I'll stamp out a bunch of these, and then it makes everything go a little bit quicker. And I want to see if that will fit on there. I think it might fit better on this one. That just fits. Okay, so let's go ahead and outline this. Let's outline that one in like a green. Yeah, I like to outline these, my signs or my sentiments, like if I'm on white paper, just like to enhance them a little bit. Give it an outline. And sometimes if I do, I'll just do this, sit and just do this sometimes when I have some time. And then I'll have a bunch of them ready to go. And let's see what else I can add to that. Let's see. What color should I use? That has pink in it, so I'll get my pink here. Just make a little something here, I don't know. It's got pink, so I figured, hey, I might as well do that in pink. I'm just going to glue it on there, so it's kind of behind my cupcake. I think that'll look cute. And I'm using my art glitter glue. And that is just fitting in there. Look how cute that looks. And I think it needs something sparkly somewhere in there. So I'm just going to add one of these little gems on there. Sometimes you just got to make this up as you go. Now, you usually have my little tool with me, but I don't know. Oh, it's on my cart, which is way across the room. So I usually have a tool to add my little gems on there. Look how cute that is. And I think it has enough with the spirally stuff on there. I think that has enough on it. I always tend to go back and do something else, but I don't want to mess up my tag. Just leave it alone. Don't do anything else. Okay, so let me add I'm going to add some twine on here. I mean, you can get really detail oriented with these tags. Let's go in this way. Pull that through. Just like that. If you want to mix and match and have more than one of the baker's twine on there. And this is Dollar Tree baker's twine. Yep. Look how cute that is. Okay, so we got that one done. Let's go ahead and put this one on here. I think I'm going to use I got something that says thanks. So if you're giving someone a thank you gift or something to say thank you, this can actually go on a card too. I think this would look really cute as well. Just as simple as can be. Thanks. And this is those Dollar Tree tags as well. A little shiny tag. And let's see what else I have on here. I don't know if that needs anything else since it has enough of this on there. It's got all these circles on there. So I'm going to leave it just like that. But who knows? Tomorrow might be a different story. Okay, tag number 2 is done. And this cute little to cheer you on this last one. I think that fits perfectly on there. But I need to make a little outline for that. I think green would work because I have green in there. Even purple would work. And I'm just lightly going around the outside just to enhance it, that's all. But I have all of these cut out, and so I just use them. Let's see. A little bit of purple in there. Let's see what we got here. See all those little details. Put a little purple in there. Why not, right? And just pop that up on there. And see, because I know how I am, I don't know what it is with dots and stitching, but it's just part of my style. I love doing this. Okay, I think I'm done. And let me go ahead and pop that on the card. I'm just going to cut a small piece here so it'll fit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop this on, tie it off, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so we're all done, and look how adorable those look. And I'm going to put one more thing on this one. I have this pink heart that I had been looking at. It's just somewhere on the desk. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to add it right here. Match that background paper. Just to give it that extra little touch. And so that's what we got so far. And I think they're good just the way they are right now. So who would have known that this little Dollar Tree stamp could turn into this, and using those Tombow markers could be just so beautiful in enhancing those images. So it's all about how you look at it. I hope this really inspired you. I think these will look great on a card. They'll be perfect for like a mini book cover. But you can use them for just about anything you want. So I hope you get in there and play with some of your markers, no matter what markers there are, or pencils or crayons even. Just go ahead and use them. And if you happen to be in Dollar Tree, pick up that paper, because that paper is really, really pretty. And they've got several different colors. So I'll see you real soon. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Bye.